Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. This is part 2 in a series of my top 10 favorite Neocolor II crayons, and this time I will show you my more like bright colors. In the previous videos I showed you which colors I love to use for landscape painting, and in this video we'll focus on these more bright colors that are perfect, for example, for botanicals or other bright colored topics. First one I have selected to be part of this small collection is Lilac. A beautiful kind of basic purple, but a bit of reddish undertone to that. Then we have Purple, which might be one of my all-time favorite colors. It's such beautiful, cool pink. Then next is Rose. And these three, this is kind of my basic favorite trio for florals. I just love the combinations that you can create with these three colors on the top row. Next color I chose is called Salmon, and it's kind of beachy color and a really good mixing color, so highly recommend you to try that out if it's not familiar to you yet. Next we have Orangish Yellow, and this is something I discovered I think was a year ago, and I fell in love with its warm tone. It's a really versatile color. Next is simply Yellow. This is a very basic Neocolor II crayon, perfect bright yellow. Next we have Yellow Green. This is a really nice, perfect bright green, and I love to mix that with the next color, which is Moss Green, and this color also was also featured in my previous video, so that's a huge favorite of mine. Next, the blue I've chosen is Ultramarine. Basic blue, excellent mixing color. I just love Ultramarine. And last but not least is the Periwinkle blue, which actually could be part of the first row, but I think it goes nicely here next to Ultramarine. So those are my 10 favorite colors, and let's activate them with water so you can see them really come to life and make the magic happen as Neocolor IIs do when you add some water. As said, this is kind of it's hard to pick your top 10, let's put it that way, but this is an exercise that I recommend everyone to do, especially if you have a larger selection of colors already. It's very nice to just test out and see which 10 you would choose if you had to work with only a limited palette. And then, as always, I will also show you soon some color mixes, so you will see how to mix these to create even more beautiful colors. What you can see here is that when I add water, if you're not familiar with Neocolor IIs, they are actually a really, really nice product in such a way that they don't change too much in the color, so you can get a really good, accurate feeling of the end result without activating them with water. Of course, you can use them without activating them as well, but well, you know what I mean. But adding water lets you see the depth of the color, and it also lets see how it acts when you add more or less water, and you can create darker or lighter tones. So that's something that is absolutely worth trying. So here they are, my top 10 bright colors. And let's now create some mixes, and I will show you what my favorite mixes are with these colors. So here they are, our 7 mixes. So here are the colors mixed together, and aren't they lovely? I especially love that grey and more olive green that we can create. But next I want to share with you a bonus crayon. So this is top 10 plus a bonus, and the bonus is the Neocolor II Metallics Bronze. And I know that many people don't enjoy metallic colors in crayons or water-soluble pencils, but I really enjoy Caran D'Ache's bronze. Whether it is in Pablo's or Neocolor II's, I think bronze brings a bit of magic to everything you do. And look at this color. It is this beautiful kind of reddish brown. And I would say the metallic shine is not too much. It just has a little bit of shine, so it's not overpowering in any way. But it's really beautiful color. And especially if you want to draw or paint any garden topics, this is your terracotta color. I tell you, it's gorgeous. But it's also wonderful when mixed together with these bright colors that I have selected as my top 10 brighter Neocolor II's. I'm not gonna mix them all here, but I'm just gonna share some of the mixes that I think work extremely well, and you can see what kind of magic we can create. I have to give a word of warning. I think that the bronze and overall the metallic Neocolor II's, they are a bit harder to activate with water. You can see on the top right hand corner. Of course, it has to also do with paper, but it is a bit harder. You have to work a bit harder to activate all the pigment. First, I'm mixing it with purple. And with that, I can create, I would say this looks a bit like Potter's pinkish kind of tone, a really nice muted pink. And next, it's kind of very similar color when we're mixing that with lilac, but it has a bit more, I would say, kind of purple tone to it. Then we will get a beautiful peach color when mixing together with salmon. So really nice combination as well. And then when we add yellow, this is maybe, again, one of my favorite mixes. It brings up this beautiful cold gold color. So that's a really beautiful one as well. Then we have moss green, and this becomes a bit of like olive brown, greenish brown, as can be expected. And last but not least is ultramarine, and look at this beautiful gray brown, brownish gray or grayish brown that you can mix with that. So that's a bonus that I highly recommend you to try out if you have not yet done so. And you can see here all the beautiful color mixes and beautiful colors that you can create, and also that it doesn't have too much of that metallic shine, so it doesn't really take away from the kind of matte finish that you might want to create. So that is my bonus crayon, and these are my favorite 10+1 bright Neocolor II crayons. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you did. I have lots of other Neocolor II videos coming up. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.